Hi everyone, this video is all about organizing and keeping your deep freezer nice and clean. I'll be sharing how to store and do the packaging of fruits and vegetables and cheese, especially the meat, how to store your meat and do the packaging so it can stay fresh for a longer period of time. Let's get started. Here, as you can see, I have deep cleaned my chest freezer. It's a small freezer though, so first I'll be sharing how I keep my vegetables in the deep freezer. So here I have peas and some red peppers, green peppers. So usually whenever I bring these peppers from grocery store, they don't stay much fresh for longer period of time in the fridge. So what's the best option of storing? Simply deep freeze it. They will stay fresh and very handy, believe me. I simply just wash them, slice them according to my preference, like thin slices, some are chopped. So make small batches in ziplocs, and whenever you need it, I use it in my pastas and pizza topping. They are ready to go and easy and very fresh. Just always remember to flatten your Ziploc bags so they will stay organized and take less space in your deep freezer. So here are the smoothie ingredients. You wanna make smoothie but you don't have anything in your fridge because they don't stay much fresh for longer time. Simply chop them and clean them, wash them and store tightly in a bag and you're good to go. So now here I have some mozzarella cheese. I have labeled it for my convenience that it's still fresh to use. So now I'll be sharing how to store meat. As I told earlier, Ziploc bags are very handy. So your first preference for storing your meat and vegetables and fruits should be Ziploc, but if you don't have Ziplocs, don't worry. You can always use regular tie bags. So now move on to the meat packaging. Here I have some chicken. I'll be sharing how I make my bags for meat. So as per your family size and your cooking preferences, just prepare your bags. I'm using the tie bag here. Simply put your pieces of meat in the tie bag, fold it and flatten it. That's all. Make sure you fold it little tight and flatten it so the air won't go inside and you won't get freezing ice chunks in the meat. So here I am just adding the chicken in the bag. And one more tip, whenever you bring your meat, don't wash it right away. Whenever you are preparing your meals, then take out the bag from the freezer, thaw it, wash it and then start your cooking. And if you're doing a meat grocery and you are buying it for a month or two, so you have to make sure that it stays nice and fresh in the deep freezer, and for that you need to do the good packaging of your meat so it will stay fresh and nice and organized in the freezer. And believe me, if you keep your fridge and freezer nice and clean and organized, you will feel really good about it whenever you are taking out bags or whenever you are putting or storing more food in. So it's really good thing to keep it organized. So now I'll be doing my packaging in Ziploc bags. Simply put your meat pieces in the Ziploc bag and tightly seal it and flatten it. Don't forget to flatten because this way the meat or the vegetables will stay fresh for longer time and they will stay organized in the freezer. So just simply make your bags. Now here, as you can see, my chicken packaging is done. And I did same with my goat. I simply prepared bags according to my need and tied it, fold it and flatten it. That's all. And they are good to go in the freezer. Here I'm preparing some bigger batch of meat, like you want to make big bags of meat, so you need to have a bigger zipper bag or simply tie bag. Divide meat equally or as per your preference. I'm dividing it into two bags equally for my meat stew. So I'm adding the bones and the meat pieces in the same bag. And don't forget my tip, I haven't washed my meat. What I will do, I will make package, store it in freezer, and whenever I'm preparing my meal, that time I will just simply thaw it, wash it and prepare my meal. So once you are done with the meat in the bags, simply tight it, seal it and flatten it. Make sure you have to flatten the bag so there is no air left inside the bags. That way the meat will stay fresh for longer period of time. Simply seal it, flatten it and there you go. Nice and clean. So what we got here, some chicken mince. So let's prepare these bags. I'm dividing it into 3 equal bags and using regular tie bags. If you don't have Ziploc bags, don't worry, you can always use tie bag and do the proper packaging. Tighten them, seal them and just flatten them. By seal, I mean that you secure the end of the bags. That's all. It's also ready and good to go in the freezer. So here I'll be making boneless chicken ziplocs. Simply take bags and add your meat according per your need or preference. Usually I make pastas and spaghettis and sometimes pizza toppings and sometimes chicken tikka, so I'm making different sizes of bag as per preference and in my mind that from this bag I will make butter chicken or from this bag I will make pasta. So you have to think and plan accordingly. So some bags are small, some bags are larger. You can always label them with the name tags. So all the packaging is done, so now it's time to fill my freezer. Here I'm using some foil trays, medium size. So I'm gonna keep my bags or ziplocs inside these foil trays so it will stay organized. You will see, don't forget to watch till end. So once the foil trays are placed in the freezer as per the space thing, so I can only use 2 trays since my freezer is not that big. So on the upper area I'll be keeping my vegetables, so the bigger bags will go on the bottom and you will stack them as per their size. So now it's time to place the last bag, that is cheese. Simply put the stuff according to your daily preference. So now on the lower tray I have put all my chicken bags, tie bags, and now the zipper bags, and this is the goat bags. So I'll be keeping them on the side of chicken so they don't mix up. So I'll know that on the right hand side these are the goat bags, on the left hand side is the chicken. On the side I have placed my mince, stack them. As you can see, they are not overlapping or hanging here and there, so simply everything is nice and stacked. So now I'll be filling my top rack or bucket, you can say. Here I'm placing the stuff which I need more often, like every second day my kids or me, we are using it. So breakfast item like waffles or burgers or flatbreads, naan, so these are going in this bucket. Here I have some frozen tomatoes. They are always very handy when you don't have fresh ones in the fridge. You can always use them in your cooking. So since I don't use them on my daily basis, that's why I'm placing it in the bottom beside the meat. And now I have here some fries bags, some frozen fries, so they will go on the right corner. So as you can see, everything is done, organized. My freezer size is small, so I have done organizing thing according to it, and still I have a lot of space. So whenever I'm gonna need my chicken, I'm gonna grab my chicken bag from that corner, or the meat, the goat, or the tomatoes, or so it's not like I have to dig in and find one bag and then the other bag, because everything is mixed up and nothing is organized. So organizing is the best option. Everything is sorted. I hope you will find this video helpful with your organizing. And this is the final look of my deep freezer, nice and organized. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.